Welcome. This is our MRS21 Fall 2021 final review. This is question number 6, and I hope you guys are watching 1 through 5. Watch them over again. Make sure you get the idea of techniques involved. This question number 6 is definitely something you should look out for. And so, this is what they call a fractional equations, rational equations and all. The idea is that we have these fractions in our equations here. So solve what's the solution set for the equation here? We have 30 over x squared minus 9 plus 1 equals 5 over x minus 3. And so in the problems like this, you know, sometimes students will be like, okay, well, I'm going to just, try to combine the fractions. It's okay. However, I usually approach it with the following idea. Okay, step 1, right? Find the least common denominator, LCD. Now the LCD in this case, you can have to factor. You're going to have to factor your denominators here. So x squared minus 9 is really going to be x minus 3 and x times x plus 3. A 1 is just 1, and so x minus 3. Our LCD is going to be the smallest expression that can be divided by both x squared minus 9 and x minus 3, meaning it usually is going to be as big as at least as big as the one of the original expressions. So it's got to be at least as big as x minus 3, x plus 3. And be honest, that's what the LCD is here. Our LCD is x minus 3 times x plus 3. Now to find this, you just want to find out what they both have in common, and they both have in common the x minus 3. That's like the first part we write down for LCD. And then we multiply what's left over, which in this case is the x plus 3. So their LCD is going to be the product, in this case, of the common factor and what's left over. Now, our second step in this situation, is going to be, oops, I didn't know how I got there. Okay, here we go. Our second step is going to be multiply each term. Sorry, put the T in the wrong I in one place. Multiply each term by the LCD. Okay, so that means that you're going to write everything out here. You'll have, in this case, x minus 3 times x plus 3, multiplying with the 30 over, and I'm going to rewrite x squared minus 9 as just x minus 3, x plus 3. Plus x minus 3 times x plus 3 times that 1, and set equal to x minus 3 times x plus 3, right, times 5 over x minus 3. Okay. Now, our third step is going to be simplify. So our third step is to simplify. Simplify. I'm really not good with typing English yet. Simplify each term. Meaning in this case, now you have these things multiply each other. Simplify each term. And then after that, solve the new equation. Okay, so okay, what simplifies out? Well, you see here, what simplifies out is going to be, well, for the first one, the x minus 3's divide out, x plus 3's divide out. We're left with just 30 here. Now, 1 times x plus 3 times x minus 3, that's x squared minus 9. You say, well, how do you know so fast? Well, remember this, okay, is equal to the x plus 3's divide out, all right? And so we end up with, oops, not the one there. Sorry about that. That's not what I wanted. We end up with 5 times x minus 3. So now we have a quadratic equation. All right, so on the left side, x squared, 30 minus 9 is plus 21. We distribute the 5, and we get 5x minus 15. solve the new equation, we're going to move the 5x and 15 on the other side. So subtracting 5x on both sides and adding 15. Subtract 5x, add 15. Remember to keep like terms here. X squared and 5x are not like terms, so it's x squared minus 5x plus 36 equals 0. And we're going to factor, right? We're going to find two numbers that are going to multiply to 36 and add to -5. Okay? So this is going to be an example of where when you see things not working out, you got to go back and check your work. So I'm looking at this going, it's not working out. So let's see, where did I make my error? And some of you guys are already screaming, Mr. Gong, you wrote down 5 over x plus 3 when it should have been 5 over x minus 3. I said, I'm so sorry. So sorry. That should be minus 3. And that changed things quite a bit here because now, instead of the x plus 3 is dividing out, it's the x minus 3 is divided out. And that will change things a little bit. So I apologize for this, ladies and gentlemen. So I do make errors. And so you'll see in this case, could have redone the whole thing, but I'm kind of tired and I want to make sure I want to get this correct without having to redo everything over again. I'm kind of lazy that way. So it should be 5 times x plus 3, which means you have, in this case, 5x plus 15, and instead of adding 15 with both sides, we should be subtracting 15 both sides. So yeah, I make mistakes. I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. Not perfect, but we can always make corrections. And so now, instead of 5x, x squared minus 5x plus 36, it should be 5x, x squared minus 5x. And this is 21 minus 5 is going to be 6. And that's definitely much more reasonable. All right, everybody. So now we're going to factor. All right. And so now we have x squared minus 5x plus 6, two numbers that multiply to positive 6 and add to -5. Those numbers are -3 and -2. So we have x minus 3 times x minus 2. When we solve for each one equals 0, we're going to get x is equal to 3 and x equals 2. So now we say, okay, we got two answers, except for one important thing. Do any of our numbers make our denominator equal to 0? Oh, it's like, oh, wait a minute, we do have one. You see, if I plug in 3 into our equation here, x minus 9, x squared minus 9 plus 1 equals 5 over x minus 3. If I plug in 3, I'm going to get 30 over 0 plus 1 equals 5 over 0, and we can't have that. It's undefined. Therefore, we must reject the answer x equals 3. And yeah, that's kind of important for us, because if we keep the answer there, we are not fulfilled our final answer, our final work, because we have to get rid of what's called extraneous roots here. So the only answer that works out is going to be x equals 2. Okay. Again, can't accept 3. So the last step in this case, okay, step 5 here, is to check to see if any answers make our denominator equal to 0. Okay, that's the key thing. That's the last thing we have to check. So yeah, this is what we have to do. So again, I apologize for the error I made, and hopefully the correction still makes sense, but the concept is still the same. We're going to find these common denominator, multiply each term by LCD, simplify each term, solve the equation, and check to see any answers make our denominator equal 0. If they do, they have to be rejected. So the only answer that works out for this question is going to be 2. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. And again, please leave comments in the comment section below. Yeah, you can let me remind me that I made a mistake, but if you find things not working out, on your exam, you definitely want to go back and double check and see if maybe there was something you rewrote, like myself, incorrectly. You need to go back and check your work. Okay, everyone, thanks so much for watching, and I hope this was helpful for you guys. If you found it helpful, please give a like and subscribe channel if you've not done so already, and love to hear from you guys. All right. In any case, ladies and gentlemen, keep studying. Take care. Be safe.